Hello and welcome everyone. If you're new to this channel, then my name is Amit Patel and you are watching Musings with Software Engineers. Anish, hello Anish, how are you? I have started my career at Infosys. My domain is business intelligence. What do you think is the scope of this domain? What should I do to succeed in this? See, Anish, first thing is that congratulations for starting a career at Infosys because lot of people we just saw that money just mentioned that he's sending applications to so many companies, he's not getting selected, but you got a job, so congratulations for that, right? Now your domain is business intelligence. See, business intelligence, first thing, it is a tool, right? When we talk about business intelligence, it's all about the tool of uh, reporting data which is already there in the system. Correct? When you're talking about business intelligence, then one is you're talking about how you can extract the data which is there in the database, and how you can how you can create a visual representation of the data so that this data becomes useful for the company. Okay, now for example, let's say the company is an e-commerce company. Okay, so the company wants to look at the data of all the sales, okay, over the period of the last 10 years. So they just want to know the total sales of the company for a period of 10 years, right? So you generate, so you will have to write one query or multiple queries, or you'll have to use this tool in a way that you can do this representation, and that particular report is designed. And once that report is designed, there would be applications which would be accessing this report, right? There will be applications which would be trying to embed this report within their application. Okay, but as a business intelligence engineer, you will be the person who will be thinking, okay, what kind of a report are we trying to generate, and what data we have, and how do we arrange this data so that we can get the accurate report. Okay, now this is not an easy task, please understand this. A lot of software engineers make a mistake that business intelligence is just reporting, and there is no coding involved, there is no software development involved, but that is a very wrong concept. Okay, when you are working on business intelligence, you are working with a lot of data. Okay, and that in itself is a very big task. When you are managing a lot of data, and when you are trying to derive when you're trying to solve a particular problem, because what you're doing with data, you're trying to solve a particular problem. If the company says, we want to know what are the top 20% of products which give 80% of profits. Okay, so let's say whatever is the profit which is happening, so now you will have to do a very complex calculation within your business intelligence software, so that you can come to that report, and that report should work anytime. You're designing and developing this report once, but even after 10 years, if somebody opens this report, it should work perfectly. Okay, so there is a lot of computing involved in this. There is a lot of complex algorithms that you will have to think about, but these algorithms may be in form of queries, this algorithm may be in form of writing small snippets of calculation or code which is required within the business intelligence software. Is that okay? Now, what is the scope of this domain? Anish, I have said this many times and I'll say this again, is that remember that the software, the tools and technology, programming languages will come and go. Okay. So you cannot define the scope on the basis of the tool or technology you are working on, or the programming language that you are working on. No, because that is a transient thing that will come and go. To yesterday some other programming language was popular, today some other programming language is going to become popular. Yesterday, one tool was popular for business intelligence. Today, some other tool is important. Or maybe in one company, you are using a particular business intelligence tool. In another company, you are using another business intelligence tool of a completely different product. Okay, completely different brand. Correct? So, tools and technologies, programming languages, okay, these things are transient and you cannot define the scope of this. What if the company goes down? What if the tool changes? Right? So scope is not of the business intelligence. There is a scope of business intelligence domain, but the scope will not be of the tool. The scope will not be of the programming language. The scope is of the person, Anish. When you learn what is business intelligence, when you understand how to manage projects within business intelligence, when you understand how to deliver the end result, whatever is your end product that you are delivering, if you're delivering a report, if you're delivering a query, if you're delivering a kind of a workflow, whatever you are delivering within your business intelligence software, the scope is of that. Okay, so when you want to think about scope, always think that whatever I'm learning, I have to learn it to an expert level. So if you're learning business intelligence, you have to learn the business intelligence tools to an expert level. You have to learn the domain, whichever domain you are working on, for example, real estate or pharmacy or e-commerce, whatever domain is there, retail, that domain you have to learn in and out. Correct? And then the final question is, what should I do to succeed in this? See, success depends on 5 criterias. Okay, and one criteria is very easy, which is your skills, because right from KG to your engineering, the only thing that you have been developing is your skills. Okay, skills of doing something. Correct? So now you may have software development skill, maybe you will have database management skill. So you have some technical skills. So first thing is skill. The second thing is called potential. What is potential? Potential is the vision. How far can you see for yourself? What goals, what aims do you have in life? Okay, or how confident you are, or how much determination you have, that is your potential. Okay, then there is prowess. Prowess is expertise. Expertise simply means that at every moment you are gaining experience, and you are making sure that this experience is so deep that when you go from one year to the next year, you have learned a lot of things. Now you are experienced in many things. That is your prowess. Okay, and the third thing is your performance. Performance is the actual productivity and efficiency of your work. If you are given a task to do, how, what is the quality of your delivery, how well you are delivering this task, and are you doing it in the appropriate time, are you able to deliver this in the right time, which you have already decided for the project. Okay, so performance, and then finally it's your personality. Okay, what is your plan of action? How do you plan your work? Are you a leader or you are a follower? Are you good to talk to? Are you kind enough to speak to everybody in the company? Do you treat your manager with respect? Do you treat your colleagues with respect? Do you work as a team with your colleague? Right? So these 5 qualities: your technical skills, your potential, your prowess, your performance, and your personality, these things help you to succeed in your career. Okay, and if you want more understanding of what these 5 things are, and because technical skills you will keep learning, but the rest of the 4 skills, I have not found any place where you can learn the skills, and unfortunately our schools and colleges don't teach these skills. So ultimately what I have done is I've come up with a program which is called how to become an A player. Okay. You can watch a short video. It's a 13-minute video which is free, and you can watch this video when you sign up on this particular page. Uh, on this page, you will get a 13 minutes video which will explain you what this potential and prowess and performance and personality is. And there is a program that I have designed for 5,000 rupees which you can carry out. It's a 60 days program, and there is like 22 videos in that program to teach you this stuff. Okay, if you learn this stuff, then it will help you to become an A player. A player is a person who, given any task, activity, or a project, has 95% chance of accomplishing it or completing it. Okay, so that's a definition of A player. And you can become an A player in your own sense, which will automatically help you to advance in your career. Is that okay? So I hope at least, even if you don't enroll for the program, at least you watch the 13 minutes of video, which will help you a lot. Is that okay? All of you who are still watching this video, like this video and subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. I do this live session on every Thursday at 9:05 p.m. If you are interested in how to become an A player, then in the description of this video you will find a link. Okay, thank you very much.